Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever this episode finds you in the great big wonderful world. This is Dana Scranton, and welcome to 8 Minute Wisdom. Now, today I'm just going to do a little preview series. I will be attending 3 days of a Tony Robbins seminar entitled The Game Has Changed. And he hasn't revealed the details of what that means just yet, but here's the deal. I will be sharing with you what I learned from this 3 day seminar and putting it up here on 8 Minute Wisdom. And I'll break it down into 8 minute segments, eight plus or minus a minute or so, and give you the insights that I gained from my experiences with this seminar. Now, let me just give you my insight on The Game Has Changed. In the series that we've gone through here just recently, I talked about your perpetual assets. Those are things that you own, you control, and that you can adapt to the changes of the world. But right now, in this world, you have two choices. You can look at it like all too many people do as a confused, chaotic, manipulative, um, indifferent, everything about the world is messed up, right? That's a message that you hear, especially at this time of year in the United States as they're gearing up for the fall election cycle. Or you can look at it the other way, that it presents opportunity. Unlike any time in the past, today in this world, there is opportunity beyond the scope of what we have lived in the past. And that takes a little bit of creativity for some. And for others, it's a natural state of their mind that they look around and they say, well, this is opportunity. Now, years ago, there was a lot of activity focused on the two Chinese characters, right? People say, well, those Chinese characters say chaos and opportunity. And I won't put them up on the screen here, but you've probably heard that where these two Chinese characters are in the Western world interpreted to mean that chaos and all the disorder and uncertainty that goes with it brings opportunity, and there's truth in that. But what those two Chinese characters really say is the point at which things change. The combination of those two characters means the point at which things change. And that's what we have going on right now. We have an opportunity in this world today to embrace change. Because when things are moving rapidly in different directions, when there are transitions, transformations, growth, innovations, this is a time of uncertainty, and uncertainty brings opportunity. Why? Because what is the number one thing that most people remember when they try to memorize the 6 basic human needs? The need for certainty. Why? Because certainty gives you confidence. Certainty gives you a predictable day, at least in some aspects. Uncertainty, on the other hand, if you embrace uncertainty, you embrace fear. You embrace scarcity. If you embrace certainty, then it's courage, it's confidence, it's abundance. That's the difference between the two. So I don't know what Tony and Dean Grazioli are going to get into today, but the game has changed, is probably focused on taking advantage of the rapidly changing moods, attitudes, and technology in the world today. We have technology that enables virtually anyone to start a business as an entrepreneur anywhere in the world. And I can give you examples of that of people in Nigeria, small villages in Nigeria where they have cell coverage. Yes, cell coverage. They have cell phones and they are running businesses from villages out in the middle of nowhere. They are running an online business. They are creating wealth in relative terms. Keep in mind that in a place like that, $400 or $500 a month is like being rich. That's US dollars, by the way. That's happening right now today. It's happening for people who heretofore were struggling to figure out how to live. And it's changing their lives. Technology, the ability to access tools and resources to take advantage of the creative human spirit and ignite it, to catalyze it. So I'm thinking that's kind of where we're headed here in the Game Has Changed seminar. And I will be sharing that with you as we go forward. So stay tuned. I'll be posting it here on the YouTube channel, and you'll have an opportunity to learn what I learned. Because I usually take some pretty copious notes. When I take notes, by the way, I use Evernote. So on one screen, I've got two screens here. On one screen, I'll have the webinar running, the seminar that I'm attending. And on the other screen, I'll have the Evernote app up and filling in all my notes and relevant action items. So that's it. That's today's episode. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a highlight of what's coming and also share a little wisdom with you. But do stop and consider for a moment that in the world today, we have a lot of things happening, a lot of changes, and that's what you focus on. Change in the mind of the right person leads to growth. Growth leads to access to opportunities. Change is a catalyst. Change is something that says, I need to change. By the way, that's the second in my list of the 6 basic human needs. When you change, you grow. When you grow, the world opens up just a little bit more, sometimes even a lot more, to allow you to see and experience thoughts and feelings that you didn't have prior to initiating that growth cycle. And when that happens, you see opportunities, you see possibilities. When you see possibilities and opportunities, that catalyzes more thoughts, and it brings you back to the need to change once again, because now you're not the same person you were before you were exposed to these new possibilities, these new ideas, these new opportunities. See how that works? Well, I'm going to leave it at that, and I will be posting as each of the days end, the 3 days, and I'll be sharing that information with you as we go along. In fact, I may even share multiple videos a day on certain key concepts. So take care, and we'll see you out there on the frontier of possibilities. And of course, in the next episode, take care.